We were at least going to wait a little while before we continue to expand our family, if we choose to do that. And for me, it was that. It was very much I need to find my body now.
Yeah.
We are not doing this again for a little while. If we ever do it again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I cannot have another baby without coming back to my body.
Like a full recovery.
Hey guys, I'm Meg.
And I'm Mere.
And welcome back to another episode of Moms Off Script. We are here tonight to talk to you guys about some postpartum fitness.
Postpartum fitness.
Yeah, we're really excited to get into it with you guys. We know we've talked a little bit about our fitness journeys, but pre-babies, during pregnancy, so we're going to get into it a little bit
This is
after.
like part 4 of
Part
kind of
3,
a series
yeah,
that we've
3,
been
4,
doing here.
yeah.
So yeah,
For
continuation of the journey.
Yeah, but before we get started, Mare, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a good day. I had work today. Work's been good. Work's been like a good level of busy, where it's like you have enough to do during the day, but you're not like crazy, so that's been nice. But I took the kids to the dentist this afternoon. They have their biannual dentist appointment.
How was that?
They crushed it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what we did to like make them so comfortable, but like they went in there and picked all the
for sure
stuff out of their teeth and brushed them with the brusher and applied the fluoride and all the stuff, and they just sat there.
Love it.
Do it.
Do it. Our kids are pretty good at the dentist too. Yeah. Do you go to pediatric dentist?
They do have pediatrics. It's a unified practice, so like I go there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do pediatrics specifically.
Yeah, we do the same thing. Like they go to our dentist.
Yeah. It's super nice though. Although they did let me know that AJ is going to need a palate expander and braces. Inevitably.
They know that at this age?
I was like, is there anything we can do? No. This is an inevitable thing. And I said, well, will the palate expander, like, maybe if that goes well, we could, like, prevent the need for braces? And he's like, oh, no, the palate expander is preventing your need for, like, a major facial surgery. And I was like,
oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious, okay.
Did she have a tongue tie? Did you get her?
She did.
She got clipped, right?
No, she didn't. We did chiropractic work to release the fascia in her mouth. Okay. And even the dentist was like, she's still a little tight in certain spots. And like, yeah, we did that work. And, all this stuff just, like, from birth to now, you can still see the connections. But what I did feel good about is that I asked them, I was like, we gave up the passy like 6 months ago. And she's like, this is not from her passy. Like, everything from her passy has been corrected. That's all gone back. This is just like her skeleton, like the way her skeleton is. And I was like, all right, well, I feel good about that at least.
There you go.
Nothing you can do about that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Anyway, how was your day?
It was good. Just busy. Started with some yoga, as usual.
We love a Wednesday morning yoga.
Love the morning yoga.
Should we? I feel like we need to eventually drop some of the Seanisms that we get in our class. There was one this morning that was beautiful.
Our teacher is so funny.
We should get him on the pod.
We should. I think we've asked him to get on the pod. He said yes.
Oh yeah, we will figure it out.
We all will get him on.
I hope he doesn't think we're making fun of him because I actually love.
We've been going for over 6 or 7 months.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
Like we started in spring last year.
Right.
So
yeah. But but no, it was a pretty quiet day. Worked, got the kids, gave the kids a manicure before bed tonight.
Oh, we love it.
They love manicure nights. They rarely let me cut their nails unless they're getting
same. It's got to be a whole thing.
Nail polish. So my son has started to let me cut his nails a little bit more without nail polish, mainly because I will like do it right before bedtime sometimes. Yeah. Be like, oh, I'm putting you to bed tonight and your nails are long, so we're cutting your nails really quick. But if I'm doing them together, they both want their little manicures. And my daughter's a nail biter. So we're trying to nip that, and I got that like icky nail bite that tastes bad. Yeah, the nail polish that tastes bad. So I don't use it enough. So like I use it and it works for like 2 weeks.
Does it work when she's got it on?
Yeah, when she has it on. But I need to like be much more regular, consistent with it. But yeah, it was like a pretty low key day. So just kind of now we're here podcasting.
Best part of the day.
The best part of the day. Best part of the week, honestly.
Truly.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked about New Year's like resolutions and goals.
Yeah.
How is the year of Mere going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going really well. I've definitely had like the mantra in my head about like doing things that I want to do, trying to do things that are making me happy, The things that are coming to mind, I went to a friend's wedding recently that was just like so joyous and beautiful, and it was so nice to get away with my husband.
Yes.
Like leave my kids home.
That's so nice.
Love my children to death, but oh my god, was it so nice to just like
get away,
wake up whenever we felt like waking up.
That's great. So nice.
It was so nice. So that was amazing, and then I'm very much looking forward to, I have a trip to California to see one of my girlfriends who lives out there. That. And that is going to be like the ultimate trip of Mere, because I'm going to go see my girlfriend who I love. We're going on a hot air balloon ride while we're out there. Yeah.
How
I'm so nervous and excited. And we're going to be going to a bunch of wineries. It's like literally she saved all of my favorite things for when I come visit. So
I want to go on a hot air balloon. That sounds so fun. I can't even wait to talk about it.
I'm so stressed about it. Like I literally have a pit in my stomach as I'm talking about it. But we both feel the same way. We're like, I'm so nervous, but we have to do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah, we're going to
cool.
do it. I'm excited.
That's
it's going decently well.
That's good.
How are your New Year's resolutions?
So my big New Year's goal was, I think as you remember, to read the Harry Potter books.
Yes.
I am well into the second one.
I'm so proud of you.
And so I'm very excited about that. I just did decide to go with the Audible audiobooks that are like character read.
Dramatic reading.
Like the dramatic reading. So it's very immersive. Mm-hmm. And the first book for me was like so much like the movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, the reading is immersive. So I was so like enthralled in the whole thing, and I've seen the movie, so I know the characters as far as like aesthetics. Yeah. And so I could like essentially picture the entire movie. But I think I've only seen the movies once.
Okay.
So
there was stuff you forgot.
There was stuff I forgot, but I was able to piece it all together. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to like get further and further into the series and like learn more about like the book lore rather than like what the movie is, and like really get into the actual like literacy of it.
Have you seen all the movies?
I have seen all the movies.
Okay.
But I feel like I've only seen them once.
So like there's not deep retention there.
There's not deep retention. I've sat down and we watched all 8 in one sit, like not in one sitting, but like all at the same time over like 3 weeks.
Yes.
And then my husband loves them. So if they're on if they're on TV, like they're on in the background every once in a while. But nothing that, like, I have sat down and, like, been obsessed with, you know?
Yeah. So it's still a semi-fresh experience for you. Really.
Yes, absolutely.
I love this for you.
Yes. So, so there's that. And then I'm just, running, which has been really good. I feel like I've gotten back into, like, a really good swing. I was injured for a few weeks, which was a bummer, but I've kind of like dug myself out of that.
Yes.
And we're moving forward, and I'm really excited about it.
I was so excited when I saw you running the other day. I was like, yeah, girl!
Yes, I'm back at it. And I'm feeling good. So I'm excited for what's to come for the rest of the year.
Fantastic.
All right, Mere.
Yeah.
You want to get into it?
Absolutely.
So we have talked, like I said at the top of the episode, episodes 3 and 7 about our fitness journeys. Mm-hmm. We talked about kind of what our upbringing was when it came to sport and dance and being athletes. Mm-hmm. In episode 7, we referred back to our time during pregnancy.
Yes.
And what fitness looked like for us there, because we carried fitness from our pre-mom life into pregnancy, and now we're carrying it into postpartum.
Yeah.
Calling back to episode 5 as well, where we talked a lot about our coaching
that was such
experience. That was a great episode.
Loved it.
But in that episode, we really like honed in on like why fitness and sport, what it means to us.
Yeah.
So anybody listening, if you haven't listened to those episodes, this episode will stand alone, but like feel free to go back and like listen to those episodes and get a good idea of like where Mere and I are coming from.
If you like this one, like those ones are good to like continue the conversation.
For sure, absolutely. Yeah. But like let's get into some postpartum fitness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that we're still calling it postpartum fitness, even though we are both like many years out from our birth experience. Like I think you're kind of always postpartum at that point.
I mean, our bodies are postpartum, right? I mean, I don't know how long does postpartum last?
If you Google postpartum, it's like 6 to 8 weeks for your body to return to normal. And I was like,
really?
Yes.
Google it right now. Okay.
Google it right now. I'm telling you. Because I made a TikTok about this.
I want to see the definition of postpartum.
Post?
Oh, you did make a TikTok about this. I remember.
Postpartum. The postpartum period, or 4th trimester, typically lasts 6 to 8 weeks after childbirth, though physical and emotional recovery can extend up to a year. So there you go.
Okay.
6 to 8 weeks, up to a year. But I mean, I'm 2.5 years out from my last birth experience.
Okay, that's fair.
I still identify with the term postpartum.
That's fair. I don't disagree with that. So let's call it like our postpartum journeys through fitness along with like where we are now.
Yes, fair.
So like, cause we did, I mean, at least for me, like I got back into fitness pretty quickly after my first, but also after my second. Yeah. So, but I do want to really like kind of get into that idea of like bounce back too.
Yes.
Which is like,
boo.
Just boo, boo, boo. I think something that is important to our audience and to this conversation is really prefacing it with that idea of we did grow up as athletes, yes. Right? We did grow up with physical fitness as part of our healthy lifestyle. Yes. We transitioned that lifestyle into our adulthood, pre-kids, parts of our career, things like that. So this journey of continuing a high level of fitness after kids is really just a continuation of our identity and who we were prior to having kids and drawing upon our experiences as humans and continuing that through in our life and like part of our identity.
1,000%. I was going to say it was a thread of our identity before having kids, and picking it up postpartum felt like picking up a piece of ourselves, or at least I'll speak for myself, picking up a piece of myself from who I was before. Right. Not so much like I need to get back to it so I can bounce back. Right? Like
100%. Yeah. For me, like I obviously wanted to get back in shape. Yeah. And there was a physical aspect to it because I'm a product of the 90s and I'm always going to
You can't completely turn that off.
You can't completely turn that off, but it was really, honestly, like as you'll hear through this conversation, for me getting back into it was crucial to the healing process of what you go through during pregnancy and the changes that your body and your mindset and your entire identity go through when becoming a parent, and more specifically the birthing mother. I think the identity shift is so big in parenthood, and for me it was a healing process.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that completely. I also think that postpartum, it was such a celebration of like, yes, you get cleared and you're like, I can move again, I can start doing some yoga, I can pick up heavy things, I can, start doing it. And it was like, it was such a joy, especially after being pregnant, when you can't do as much or maybe not do as everything that you used to do before. At least for me, I was modifying a lot of things. I didn't have the same level of activity as I did before I was pregnant. So when I got cleared, it was like, yes, I can like finally start that journey of like feeling like myself again, and celebrating what my body did and discovering what this new body can do. Yes. Right? Like that was what it was about for me. And like, yes, of course, a little bit you want to like feel like yourself again and look like yourself again, but like that's, I don't even want to say secondary, like tertiary, like bottom of the list.
100%. So remind our listeners and kind of jog my memory a little bit. You talked about kind of that transition between your first and your second. You were working out quite a bit. Just quick reminder.
Yeah, I like accidentally ended up being in amazing shape right before I got pregnant because my girlfriend was running a fitness group.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, oh, I'll support my girlfriend and sign up for her thing, and like did this awesome progressive strength training program, and I felt like $1 million, and then I got pregnant.
Did you have an idea in that space to like you wanted to get back in shape before you got pregnant again?
I didn't give a crap about that because I was like, I'm just going to go through this whole thing again. Why am I going to waste my time?
Okay.
Like, I was like, let's just get this over with and then I'll figure it out. But I ended up in this program to support my friend and ended up kind of feeling really good and really strong.
That's great.
Which worked out nice. I mean, it was nice for the pregnancy. Yeah. It's not like I regretted doing that.
For sure.
But it certainly wasn't the plan. What about you?
Well, so I did Orange Theory in between pregnancies as well. I got pregnant so quickly with my second, which is what we were hoping for. We got so fortunate, but I knew that it worked for my first pregnancy, and I wanted to do as much as my first pregnancy was pretty standard, and I wanted to do all the same things that I was doing, obviously with the caveat that I had a 10-month-old at home.
Right, as much as you could.
And so I just essentially wanted to keep doing Orange Theory. But when I had my second, we were pretty sure we were done having kids. We're still not sure if we're done having kids. We were at least going to wait a little while before we continue to expand our family, if we choose to do that. And for me, it was that. It was very much I need to find my body now.
Yeah.
We are not doing this again for a little while. If we ever do it again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I cannot have another baby without coming back to my body.
Like a full recovery.
Yes.
Yes, I get that. Like, I felt like I inadvertently did a full recovery in between. Right. I didn't necessarily plan to do that. But it was nice coming into the pregnancy feeling like I was starting from a place of strength, not from a place of, like, I didn't fully recover the first time and we were just jumping right back in, even though that's what I intended to do.
Yeah. So what was the motivating factor after you had your second to kind of get back into it?
I would say there were two big things. One, which I alluded to before, was truly just the joy of, like, having my body back to myself.
Yes.
And by that, I mean, I was no longer supporting a life physically in my body, right? I was still breastfeeding, but that's okay. Just being able to move my body the way I wanted to again and slowly start to reclaim my movement felt amazing. And knowing, unlike you, we are very sure we are done having children. So if another one pops out, everyone knows that was an accident. But we are very sure we're done. So I had this mentality of, like, my childbirthing years are behind me, and now it's a process of celebrating and discovering what this body can do, because it's not the same body that I had 5 years ago. So that was the biggest thing of just like, haha, yes, my body is mine again, and I will now discover what it can do and what it is capable of. And then second to that is, I'm chasing around a toddler, and I've got a baby that I'm hefting around. 90% of the time, they both want me to pick them up. Like, I need to be strong to be able to physically do this job of being a mother. And I want to keep up with my kids, right?
100%.
I see my parents, who are caregivers for my children on a regular basis, chasing them around, picking them up, like, doing all the things with them. I'm like, I want to be able to do that. When I'm in my 60s, 70s, and 80s, I want to be able to run around and chase my grandchildren. And that starts now. Like, I want to make sure I'm building a strong, healthy foundation that I can sustain through my life to keep up with my kids, keep up with my eventual grandkids, God willing, and, like, live life to its fullest. Like, that is absolutely the motivation.
I love that.
What about you? What's your motivation here? What keeps you going?
Yeah, my motivation was, it's very similar in the sense of, like, maintaining a healthy body for the future, for now, for my kids, wanting to be able to keep up with the idea of hanging out with them and all the things. But I think for me, the other big motivating factor is my mental health. So true. And I can tell the days that I don't work out, or, like, if it's been 3 or 4 days since I've worked out, like, that's definitely a contributing factor to when I start to, like, spin out. And I see, like, I have a lot of friends that are parents that are also runners, and a lot of networking on social media, where you kind of see this idea of, like, I live a 5 to 9 so that I can live the rest of my day to support everyone else. So it's this idea of, like, I have this thing that's mine. And I feel very supported in my fitness journey by my partner and honestly by my kids. I think it's really fun.
They're such a good little cheering squad.
They are a great little cheering squad. But even, like, I've gotten a jogging stroller. I have a single and a double. That I got on Facebook Marketplace. So shout out to Facebook Marketplace.
All you get so many goodies out there.
I am a marketplace hunter.
Yeah, you're so good at that.
But they want to go for runs. My daughter woke up one morning in the spring and she was literally screaming, "Mommy, it's time to go for our run!" And it was like 5:45 in the morning. And granted, I don't usually take her for my runs that early, but, like, I think the point of this being, I want to show my kids what it's like to take care of your body. And so also to be a strong female presence, and, like, to be a strong woman who can do things on my own. Sometimes on Saturday mornings, like, when I go to yoga, like, I leave the kids at home with their dad because it's my time to do my thing, and I go to yoga, and then I come home and they say, "How was yoga?" And then they want to get the yoga mat out and do yoga with me.
Are you sweaty from yoga?
Yeah, right? The other day, last week, when they came home, they were like, "What poses did you do?" And then I'm, like, showing them eagle pose and, like, flying eagle at breakfast. And I think it's just really important to, like, show my kids not just the physical fitness aspect of it, which I think is important because that's part of my value system, but just that I can be an independent human and do my own thing. And I think we all need to do our own thing.
And I would build on that too to say, it's not just, like, modeling physical fitness and having time to yourself. it's also enjoying it, right? Like, I'm not like, oh, I've got to go to the gym, I've got to go to yoga, right? Like, I'm like, I get to go work out, like, see a little bit. And, like, it's an exciting thing for me, and it makes me happy. Like, I want them to view physical activity and healthy things like that as a gift to yourself, not as, like, a chore, I've got to go to the gym, right?
Right.
Like,
and I think that's, you hit the nail on the head with that point of, like, it is about enjoying what you get to do. Yeah. And in this space, in this conversation, talking about physical fitness, like, enjoying and embracing the fact that you have this body and you get to use it in a way that you enjoy every day, and you get to push yourself to be stronger, and you get to do all these things. And so I think it's just very important to model it as well as live it.
Yeah, and I think nothing underlined that more for me than being pregnant and all of a sudden not being able to do everything that I was used to doing.
Right.
And having to modify a bunch of things. Like, I was very fortunate throughout my dance career. Like, I never had a major injury or anything like that like, sidelined me where I had to, like, slowly come back or whatever. Like, I was fortunate to stay healthy for most of my dancing career. So I never had something like that where I needed to, like, heavily modify what I was doing, or that my body wasn't capable of doing everything that I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
So to go from that and have that experience back to being like, oh, I can do this again.
Yes.
It, like, reignites everything of, like, you have such a new appreciation for being able to do all the things that your body can do. Even if it's not the same as it was before, the contrast between having to modify and adapt for the body that you have at a certain time to being able to, again, kind of embrace new things and challenge yourself again is, like, all of a sudden you want to, like, shoot for the moon. You're like, wait, I can push myself again. Like, this is great.
So we've talked a little bit about why we wanted to get back into fitness and kind of what led us down that path. At what point after you had your second did you start working out, and what did you start working out with? Like, what was the first thing you started to do?
So I was cleared after my second at 6 weeks, like the kind of standard clearing, and I immediately started doing yoga again. I wanted to focus a lot on rebuilding my core, not from a aesthetic standpoint, but from, like, a physical ability standpoint. Like, I want to make sure I can stand and move and feel comfortable in my body and, like, have a solid base. So that's where I started. And I was kind of just easing myself back into it, honestly, until you and I started working out last year like early 2025. For me, the turning point was not necessarily that 6 week mark. Like, at 6 weeks, I was like, cool, I can move again. Let's just start enjoying moving again. It was when I was done breastfeeding that I was like, hallelujah, now really my body is done sustaining other humans. Now we're kicking it into high gear. Because when I was breastfeeding, my appetite was through the roof. The idea of, like, trying to, like, eat more healthy or, like, modify my food intake in any way, I was like, absolutely not. I'm eating whatever I want whenever I want, because I'm literally feeding 2 humans. But when I was done breastfeeding, I was like, okay, now it's time to get a little more serious. I can look at my nutrition goals. I can think about what my calorie intake and what makes sense for me. Couple that with more exercising and more in a more intentional way versus just, like, moving to move. And that was when I think you and I also got hooked up. Working out in your driveway, starting to do, like, a more intentional workout routine.
The driveway workouts.
The driveway workouts. We're so close to being able to do them again. So for me, it was 6 weeks. Start moving again. Enjoy your body. Do some yoga, maybe do some strength. I started hopping on the Peloton, doing bike rides for the first time. And then after I was done breastfeeding, like, a year and a half later, was when I was like, time to kick it into high gear. So this is, like, about a year ago now.
Okay. Awesome.
Now, what was your timeline like?
So my timeline was a little different. I definitely started to, like, move after I was cleared at that 6 week mark, but I was, like, hunkered down. It was the middle of winter.
True.
We had been in a NICU stay. It was all the holidays. Like, and, like, I didn't care about any of that. I was so excited to be a family of 4 and, like, just chilling. And then I knew in January of that year that I wanted to get back into running. So probably, like, I don't know, mid-January, February, I decided to sign up for the Boilermaker in Utica.
Yes.
Which is a 15K. And
is that your shirt that you have on?
That is the shirt I have on, the Boilermaker
Shout
in Utica. Out Utica. This is my first postpartum race.
I love it.
Alan's best friend from college has run it 17 years in a row.
Oh my God.
And he's always asked me to run it, like, talk to me about it. And it just felt like something I was ready to do. And it's a 15K, which means it's a little bit more than 9 miles. So it's not quite a 10 miler, it's not quite a half marathon, but it, from a like getting back into
it
like,
was the perfect
thrills
thing.
Of running, like it was a good distance for me.
It was like pushing you, but not
right.
Crazy.
And like the thing about for me with running is like I'm a fairly slow runner, and so to go out and run a 5K, like I love a good 5K race, like a local 5K, great. But I'm never gonna train to sprint or race a 5K, and so this was like. So training to like race longer distances is really what I like, kind of that like half marathon distance, 10K, 15K, because it gives me something that's a goal to push towards. Like I just decided, I said to Alan, I said, we're going to do this and we're going to go hang out with Kevin for the weekend and I'm going to go run the Boilermaker and you're going to come spectate and we'll take it from there. And I gave myself a lot of grace through that training period because I knew I was postpartum, back-to-back pregnancies. I hadn't run in years, or in those 2 years outside of Orange Theory. And I just wanted to run again. And I had a very loose training program. I didn't really follow too much of a block. I just kind of did what I knew was right, like what I needed to do, allowed myself to skip runs if I needed to, and just really find the love of running again. And I did that. And I finished that race. And it was funny because you talk about like breastfeeding as a milestone for you in fitness. We got a hotel for that race. I had to get up at 5 a.m. to like get dressed and like make it to the start line. And my daughter woke up at 3:45 screaming, and the only way to get her back to sleep was nurse her. So that morning before my first postpartum race, I nursed my daughter back to sleep in the hotel because I wanted to get back to sleep. But yeah, I was nursing my baby, and then I nursed her after the race was over.
That's incredible.
But yeah, I remember crossing the finish line and feeling like I had succeeded in so many different ways. Not only running the race faster than I expected to, which is obviously always really exciting, but like there were so many successes and such like a flood of pride and joy that came with crossing that finish line. And like holding my kids right as I crossed it, like they were right there, and it was amazing. That I wanted more of that. And I knew that it was something that I loved, and it was just this moment for me that really solidified that I am strong and I can do hard things, and I'm going to continue to try to do hard things. And that's when kind of I settled in and launched myself into what I've now done, 2 half marathons, a 10 miler, and a marathon since
casually.
And a bunch of 5Ks and 10Ks.
Yeah, that's amazing. Besides running, were you doing anything else, or was it like fully running?
So that's a great question. After I did the Boilermaker, I ran a bit through the rest of 2023, and then 2024, like I said, Year of Megg was kind of when I got really more into lifting. So I was training for halves, I was training for that full. I got into lifting. What I was skipping out on was the stretching and the yoga. And that came through hard by like October, November of 24. So this past year, 2025, I went to a yoga class at our local yoga studio on New Year's Eve going into 2025. And I have gone just about every week since then. So I went for about 3 or 4 months before recruiting you.
Yes.
And then I would say like April or May last year, you started to join me in that yoga class, which has been such a joy.
I don't think there's anything like yoga that gives my body such a cleanse.
Yes.
Like working out always makes me feel good, lifting makes me feel good, cardio makes me feel good, like sweating makes me feel good. Obviously a dance class is like my preferred method of working out, but nothing gives me the cleansed clarity of a yoga class. Yeah. Like physically and mentally.
I will say like I loved yoga. I mean, I've taught yoga. I have practiced yoga in the past, but I've always like struggled with kind of like the mindset. Shavasana, years I hated it. Like, that was the worst part of yoga for me. I just can't, like my body can't do it. My mind can't
literally
do it.
Cannot relax.
I don't even, that word's not even in my vocabulary. No, it would be this thing where like when everything is still is when everything floods.
Yes.
And for me that was so challenging. And like just in this last year as we've been practicing, have I finally started to like come to with that. And I don't know if that's motherhood or age or experience. I don't know what it practice. Is, but it's exactly that. Yeah. Like it's called practice for a reason. And my ability to like find peace in a yoga class is so new and different than it's ever been in this past couple months. And so that's really great. I bought a rower.
Yes.
Which you talked about. We have been rowing.
On Marketplace, right?
I got a rower on Marketplace. Yes. So we were rowing and lifting in my driveway during the spring and summer. So those are some other ways that I've sprinkled in fitness. What about you? What other, you mentioned your Peloton.
I do love the Peloton, which I can't even believe those words are coming out of my mouth because my husband got a Peloton during the pandemic and I was like, I'm never touching that thing. Cardio is my worst enemy. I'm like running, no. I'm so glad we
Oh, come on.
I have run one 5K in my life and it is one 5K too many. So I'm all set with the Peloton, or at least I thought I was. And then finally I bit the bullet. My husband had a credit on the Peloton for like $10 or something, and he's like, do you want me to get you some shoes? And I was like, all right, let's do it. Like, bit the bullet and do it, and I love it. I love it. It makes me so happy. It's just like the easiest way to just 30 minutes, burn out, get really sweaty, and be done. It's phenomenal. So I love the Peloton.
Excuse me, I'm going to correct you. Not the easiest. It's convenient.
Yes, that's
correct. And fun. It is not easy.
That's what I mean by the easiest, is that it's convenient. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to plan.
It's convenient and mindless.
I walk down to my basement, I put on my shoes, and I pedal for 30 minutes.
Great.
Right? Like, someone else tells me what to do. Phenomenal.
And it's hard.
It is so hard.
Great.
I sweat like you would not even believe.
I don't want people to think that you are just doing easy Peloton
rides. My God. No.
I mean, you can do easy Peloton rides.
Cody Graysby will tell me, you better be looking busted at this point. I'm like, Cody, I am delivering on the ask. I look like actual trash. So that's how you know it's going well. Yes, I do. I push myself on the Peloton. Good. It's great. So Peloton is one. Yoga, we obviously talked about. I once in a while make it into the dance studio to take a class, and that's like the highlight of my year when that happens. And I've been more recently getting into lifting again, getting back into like progressive strength training.
Love
so that's been really nice. But yeah, I dabble. I'll do like 12 weeks of something, and then I'll be like, oh, I want to change this up and do something else.
Yeah.
Yoga has been very consistent for me over the last year or so.
Yep.
And that's been really nice.
Great. Is there anything that you like have on the horizon, like any goals you have set, or just are you kind of living in it and seeing where it takes you?
So I have set more like tangible goals recently.
Okay.
So last year I did a little round of weight loss, right? Okay. So after having my kids, I gained like 50 pounds during both pregnancies. I held on to some of that weight after both pregnancies, and I wanted to do a little round of weight loss. I didn't have a number in mind. I was just like, let me get into a little bit of a calorie deficit and work on, keep my fitness where it's at, but like, look at the kitchen, right? Because again, when I was breastfeeding, I was eating whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can continue my fitness levels, but just like look at my intake a little bit. And I lost about 10 pounds last spring. Then I've been able to maintain since then the weight where I'm at. And I'm looking forward to doing another little round of that and just see where I can go. I don't think I can lose 10 pounds again. I think my like natural weight is pretty close to where I'm at right now.
Right.
But what I'm doing right now is a round of progressive strength training. So I'm doing like 12 to 16 weeks of that. And then I'm going to shift into a more cardio-focused exercise regimen along with a slight calorie deficit to see where we can go. I want to make sure that wherever I land is something really sustainable and maintainable. I don't want to go back to kind of my quote-unquote normal lifestyle and just like gain it back, right? Like I want to get somewhere where I can feel comfortable and just like hang there, which is what I did over the last year. And that was the first time ever in my life that I actively was like, I want to lose some weight. And was able to do that. And it was really gratifying to like work hard on something and set my mind to it and do what I needed to do and accomplish that. And then like sustain where I needed to be in a really healthy way. So I'm looking forward to doing like one more round of it to, again, just kind of see where I can land.
Yeah.
Am I trying to like get back to pre-baby weight? No, absolutely not. But I do want to make sure I'm feeling strong and healthy And I said to my husband the other day, I was like, the reason I'm doing this right now is because springtime is coming and I can finally be warm again. And in the winter, I have no desire to lose weight because I'm freezing all the time. I'm like, I need the extra weight to keep me warm. So, like, I'm eating well and, like, you know, fueling my body and all of that and, like, bulking up with muscle, trying to keep myself warm. Yeah. But as it gets warm out, I'm like, I can lose a few pounds. It'll be warm. I won't be freezing all the time. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like, shed your hibernation.
That is literally how I feel. I feel like a grizzly bear that I've, like, been in hibernation trying to stay warm, and then I'll, like, emerge and, you know, do what I need to do. So that's how I'm thinking about it right now. Yeah. Which is weird for me. I almost never have, like, tangible fitness goals like that, but it was honestly very satisfying to pursue those goals last year, so I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Awesome.
Are you doing, other than your races, like, those are obviously goals for you?
So as far as my races, I have some goals that, like, the races are helping. Like, the races exist to achieve the other goals, right? And so I do have some goals to get stronger. Yeah. I do have some goals around nutrition as well, as far as, like, learning how to kind of balance my nutrition as fuel. I'm eating whatever I want when I want. I'm not monitoring what I eat, or excuse me, I'm not monitoring, like, any sort of, like, caloric intake.
Macros and all that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that what I'm putting in my body is good fuel for what I'm doing. And so kind of being mindful of that, as well as kind of the lifting gains. I really want to translate that into my run to set some PRs. I don't think that I have topped out on my speed. I think the only way to get faster at this point is to get stronger in the gym, not necessarily in my running shoes. Yeah. And that's going to start with, like, what I'm fueling my body with, as well as, like, what I'm doing on a daily, weekly basis in the gym and lifting weights. So I have some goals around weightlifting, and I'm, you know, obviously, like, those are going to show up in my races.
And it's so fun to think about the weightlifting goals too, because I don't know, I feel like we didn't grow up in an era where women were, like, in the gym hitting the weights. Right. And now this is such a fun thing, and it's like, oh, like, what can you squat? What can you deadlift? And like, let me see that number get up nice and high. And it's like,
I love it.
The satisfaction that I get from seeing my weight number increase, like what I can lift and throw around, is 1,000% more gratifying than the number on the scale going down.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
I would rather see that go up.
I would rather see that go up. 1,000%. And I just want to be cut. Like, like, just my shoulders and my arms. I don't care about anything
women
else.
All day, every day. I just want a booty.
Oh, yeah, I already have that.
Yeah, you have a nice booty.
Yeah,
I don't have a nice booty.
And you know what? Even when I run, I never lose it. So
good for you. Yeah. I gotta be squatting. I gotta be doing those squats.
Yeah, get low. Meredith,
it's time for the
lightning round. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so I have the lightning round prepared.
I get sweaty every time.
In true mom fashion.
Oh my god, look at you.
On construction paper, handwritten, like it's my grocery list or something. You know? Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Are you sweating?
Yes.
Good.
It is the fitness episode.
It is the fitness episode. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Running or rowing?
Rowing.
Lifting or yoga?
Yoga.
Favorite yoga pose?
Downward dog.
What'd you say?
Downward dog.
Favorite lift movement?
Squats.
Morning workout or evening workout?
Morning.
What is your favorite post-workout snack?
Ooh, Oreos.
Do you wear leggings or joggers?
Leggings. Joggers are never long enough.
And will you ever run a 5K with me?
Oh, God. Yes, probably.
Woo! You heard it. You heard it on the pod. She's going to do it.
One day I will do it. I ran a 5K in college with my girlfriends. We did a color run. And it was fine, but I wanted to die the whole time.
You all heard it on Mom's Off Script. Meredith is going to run a 5K with me.
One day.
Someday,
no time stipulation
Meredith will run a 5K with me. It's on record.
It's on the record.
Y'all can hear it.
I'll do it at some point.
Awesome. You did it. That was it.
Whew, that was super lightning.
I know.
I feel like that was a good one.
I like to end with a banger.
Yeah. You put me on the spot there. I see you. I see what you're doing.
Do you like my handwritten notes?
Look how fancy you are. Will you ever run a 5K with me? I love you.
Oh, so that's it.
I love it.
Yeah, let's keep working on our fitness so we can talk about it again
next
season.
We can have some booties, yeah.
Or just so that we can have another podcast episode.
Sure, we'll keep talking about fitness. That's going to be a thread. Like you said, this is part of our identities. It's always been part of our identities.
Yeah.
We're not out here trying to, like, you know, bounce back. We're out here trying to take care of our bodies and our mental health.
Maybe next week's episode you'll hear more about our fitness.
Yeah, truly. Honestly.
Stay tuned. Oh, hit it with the socials, man.
All right, so if you want to connect with us, you can find us at Moms Off Script on TikTok and Instagram. We're always posting behind-the-scenes stuff and extra stuff over there. It's really funny, so you should definitely be checking it out if you're not already. You could also reach us at momsoffscript@gmail.com. Let us know if you're working out, what are your fitness goals, what other postpartum hobbies are you doing. If you're not into fitness, like, we want to hear about all of it. You can also send us a text in the show description. You can send us a text. And I think those are all the ways you can reach us.
Those are all the ways you can reach us or follow along on our journey.
There we go.
Moms Off Script on all your platforms. You can catch us on YouTube if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you get your podcasts.
Don't forget about YouTube.
You can also get your podcasts on YouTube, and we are there. You can see these little smiling faces. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
That was great. That was great.
Moms Off Script is created and developed by Megg Abelein and Meredith Finch. Set design and videography, Megg Abelein and Meredith Finch. Music, Matt Beebe. Photography, Michelle Montinieri. Graphic design, Alexia Dulieu. This episode is edited and produced by Megg Abelein.